Alright, after claiming victory in the last tournament, we are jumping back in, fighting for intensive training block. So jumping in, we are taking on the Fangs, Beasts vs. Sykes. A little bit of a different bracket this time. Taking on Fangs first means that we're actually taking on a pretty serious team. The old bracket, or yesterday's bracket, was goers first into Sykes. So we're flying high at that point, right? Like we're crushing everything. There's no concern of losing, but going against the Fangs, we could lose this. They're able to get a goal, we're able to get a goal, we're up to a 1-1 situation. Hopefully we can win. Fingers crossed. I don't know. And then I should mention for the prize, the block prize, probably going to give it to Neffe. I don't know if that's a super smart idea, but I think we're doing well. The more we get these prizes, the more we increase our stats, the more dominant we are. I talk about this all the time, and I'll probably be saying this till my face turns blue, but with this series, it's so much different than 10, because in 10, the opposing teams level up with you. In this, they don't. They remain stagnant. So if I can beat the Fangs, and I get intensive training block for Neffe, when I face the Fangs again, they're going to be at the same stats. The only difference is going to be the pressure they apply. I don't know this for sure, but I think there is a pressure score that the opposing team applies, and it changes. It's the only way I can think that, like, on how they play different. You know what I mean? Because we always apply max pressure, but sometimes we face like a tough team. Sometimes we face pushovers. Like, why is that, right? What affects that? And it's got to be a pressure on their side. That's my only like theory, if you will. Let's jump in. We got all of our fatigue down to nothing, and we are now taking on the goers, which should be a significantly easier match than the Fangs. We are going to overhead max pressure and believe in ourselves. I feel like we probably win this. Up 4-0 already. I mean, this is absolutely dominant. Absolutely dominant. $5-0. Easy peasy. Glorious 1-0 the Beast. So it looks like we are taking on the Glorious again. We get the the opportunity to claim some glory against them. Alright. Well, let's run intensive care. Oh, against Neffe and I was gonna say and Yuma, but Yuma just, I guess, had the hot springs drop off. Sometimes that happens. It's really weird. Like, it won't remember that we had hot springs on Yuma and we have to reapply it. Or someone will be injured and it'll drop off. If someone's injured, that makes sense, because they can't have hot springs if you're injured. You gotta do intensive care. But let's jump in. Reconfirm. Neff gets this. Neffe. Because we got block already in the front, right? Like, we're not... I mean, we don't care about either of these two blocking. And Neff just feels like the best candidate right now. Gonna visual max pressure. Surely we win this. Chamois past an F. And we're off. We're jumping in, we're fighting, we're doing what we can. Dude, he's pushing. Neff's pushing. If he sets up Chamois or, you know, avoids his hit and shoots, I'd take that. Come on, Chamois, let's go. Corkscrew right now. Ooh, that's unlucky. Did not want her to lose the ball, of course. Kayuri will pursue, and oh wait, and Shammy. Shammy actually is the one to tackle, steal it, and injure Guado. I mean, that is a whole bucket of suck for the Guado Gories. I mean, that is, if that happened to me, I would not be having a good time. That's for sure. Gira dodges, keeps on pushing. Ema pass to Neffe. Big Neffe pass. Let's go. Neffe's just pushing. You know, just doing his thing. Believe in Neffe. Oh, man. My spidey senses were tingling. I knew that was going to be an interception, but I hoped it would not be. Sham able to tackle, though, and steal. Honestly, like, we don't talk about it a ton, like in terms of specific stats, but the 78 attack on Shammy is insane. Like, I don't know who the best players in this game are. I haven't made the perfect Blitzball team Final Fantasy X 2 edition, but it might include Shammy. That attack is nuts. I think the best team is also going to heavily depend on formation used. Formations are more important in this game than they were in 10, I would argue. They're still important in 10, but you can kind of get away with just doing normal 24/7. Because you control the characters, the formations are kind of useful, but also you could just move your player like crazy, and if you have high speed, you just avoid everyone. Speaking of that, I think the best teams or best players in this game are probably players with high speed. Speed's not as important in this game, but there's something to be said about when you're pursuing Bixen and you just can't catch them. Like, you just can't catch them. So they get a free attempt on your goal. Payne sets up Shammy. Big shot, but the miss is there. I mean, 2 minutes left, a little over 2 minutes. And we're 2 goals up. This feels very positive for us winning this game, but there is a slim chance that the Guado Gories can win. I would argue, at least. There's a slim chance. Every second that passes, it dwindles even further, but, you know, who knows? Maybe. Oh, well, that was, Yo injured, Pa injured. Yeah, I think that chance has been extinguished. I'm gonna say it. Too much time has passed. An injury on Yill. I mean, I know Yill's not like a forward, but it just does not feel like they're gonna be able to get this pulled together. It feels like they are just lost in the sauce, is what it feels like. Payne dodges, pushes right, does her thing. Sets up Shammy for the volley. Okay. Noi, though, Noi's putting on a clinic here. Blocking so many attempts on goal. Like, he's doing a great job, except he has no offense. So, I mean, that's an issue for this whole team. But Noi as a player, I don't know if Mafurry would block all these. It's insane. Sets up Neffe for the volley. Ooh, interception from Ada. Very quick, very good. Juan fumbles. That was like a rocket to Juan's face. That was insane. Sets up for Shammy. Again, Noi the GOAT. He decided, you know what, we will lose by 2, but only by 2. Gira with the ball. Could score, but only 15 seconds left. I mean, the best they can hope for is a 2-1. There's no shot they're going to get 2 goals here. Looks like there's no shot they're going to get 1. The Guado Gories are just falling apart. What a shame. And with that, that's a 2-0. Next is Goers versus Beasts. And Beast 4-1 the Goers. I mean, it's very expected. The Goers aren't mastered, so they're, you know, they'll have their time. They'll have their time in the sun. But with block claimed, let's give it to Neffe. Perfect. Alright, well, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And when you come back, gonna be playing more Blitzball. Until next time.